What's good? I'm Fitz, and this is the weekly Raw review. Yeah, let's get into it. So we start with Becky. She's got an in-ring promo. She's pissed, saying that she feels disrespected by the return of, and she's not really saying who. But then AJ Lee's music hits. She comes down to the ring. Um, Becky's kind of like losing her mind a bit in it. Like she seems to be having like a bit of a breakdown. Fucking but then AJ kind of acknowledges the past couple months, saying that yeah, she understands why Becky, like it sounds bad when you say it all out loud, kind of thing. Um, and then basically Becky's saying like, what do I have to beat you in your hometown of Chicago at the Elimination Chamber? And AJ essentially says like, well, that means that I've got to be number one contender for the title, then, innit? Like, if you want me next, then I've got to be the, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a bit of back and forth about, well, no, if there's no title on the line, there's not going to be a match, essentially. So, next thing, it's confirmed, obviously. We've got AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship Elimination Chamber. Then we get a quick Usos hype up just before they make their entrance. They're coming out to face Otis and Akira for the tag team titles. Um, Basic match. Jay pins Otis with the 1D. Byron then gets in ring and interviews the Usos after it, asking what's next, what's in line for Mania. And Jimmy says that he wants Jay to go on to win the Elimination Chamber and be main event Jay Uso again. So essentially, it doesn't look like this tag team championship plans just right now. But obviously, I can't see Jay Uso winning, and then it should line up something for the tag team titles kind of last minute. So it just shows it's still not a priority. Um, then we get Liv and Dom in ring. Um, Little promo basically just the normal, the greatest intercontinental champion ever, and this, that, and the next. Gets interrupted by Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie then starts talking in Spanish. Liv wants Dom to translate it. Dom basically says, "Don't worry, I've got it for you. I don't want to translate what she just said." So he goes back at her for a minute, and then when Liv's asking Dom what he said, Stephanie Vaquer says that Dom just said that he's a little bitch. So then basically Stephanie says that she hopes Liv chooses her so that she can beat her at Mania. When she's like on the ring apron, Liv calls her a pooter. She ends up slapping Dom, leaves Liv and Dom in the ring. Yeah, it's I feel like it's pretty clear where Mania is going, and it's gonna have to be Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill and Liv and Stephanie. But we'll see how we get there in it. Then we've got a elimination chamber qualifier promo package type thing for the women. Laya Valkyria, Ivy Nile, and Rhea Ripley. Um, yeah, that match is next. Rhea ends up winning with the Riptide pinning Lyra. Decent enough match. Then it goes to Judgment Day backstage. Basically, Finn Balor's like zoned out in his own world, saying that he wants the title. Dom's kind of like, well, everyone's saying you missed your chance, kind of thing, which is actually pretty true, to be fair. And then Finn walks off. He goes to the ring. It's meant to be a Michael Cole and CM Punk interview, but Finn interrupts. He's saying that he wants Punk at Chamber because he wants to beat Punk in his hometown, just like Punk did to Finn. Um, then we get Adam Pearce coming out saying that basically it's not gonna happen. It's Punk and Reigns at Mania, and he's not jeopardizing that main event. So basically, like Punk's not defending the title until then. In Adam Pearce's mind, Punk decides that he's coming out. He's pissed. He wants Finn Balor more than anything. Um, Adam Pearce is basically saying no. Again, he's not putting main event on the line, kind of thing. That he's not risking it. CM Punk basically says that look, he deserves a say in this. He wants the clout that comes with being a champion. Kind of forces Adam Pearce's hand. So yeah, we've got a title match at the Elimination Chamber with Finn Balor and CM Punk. So I'm actually quite looking forward to both those, the AJ Lee and the CM Punk matches there. So just have to see who else qualifies for the actual chamber matches though, cause them just gimmicks for the sake of gimmicks matches, sometimes they can kill the show for me. Then we get Finn being escorted out through the crowd by Adam Pearce's security. CM Punk then does his in-ring promo with Michael Cole. CM Punk's basically saying that he intends on being a fighting champion. He wants to have as strong a reign as he did with his record breaking, like however many days it was, 400 something days reign. And saying that he's not jeopardizing WrestleMania's main event because basically, and to quote CM Punk, that shit ain't gonna happen. Then we get Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman backstage. Basically, they announced that Theory's got an Elimination Chamber qualifier match tonight. Adam Pearce says to stay out of it. Paul Heyman asks, like, what is that, a threat or a request? Adam Pearce says it's a threat. Everyone walks off. Logan hangs back. It's like, well, if we was to, what are you gonna do? And then Bronson Reed comes, gets Paul away, and basically tells Logan Paul he's not your problem anymore, he's mine. So we'll see where that goes there. Then we've got Natty versus Maxine, which just Natty throws her straight out the ring onto the announce table, puts her in a sharpshooter. It's a double count out, done, no match. Just obviously they're trying to make Natty look like some kind of almost like a Shayna Baszler or Ronda Rousey type, you know what I mean, like MMA real shoot fighter, but I just don't believe anything she does, to be fair. Then we get AJ Lee coming out. Basically, that's what makes Natty leave. She leaves through the crowd. AJ Lee's going over to Maxine, and Maxine's basically crying like this was absolute shit. Then we get an LA Knight promo package hyping up the Elimination Chamber qualifier that he's in. Then we get El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano and Javon Evans in a tag match. It's complicated if I even try and break down the match, so I'm just going to say the OG El Grande wins with a flying headbutt. Yeah, so moving on. Then we get a Obar promo package where he's saying that change isn't coming anymore, change is here. So yeah, basically, hopefully them promo package should end now and he should just start actually appearing. Then we get Gunther with a backstage promo saying that WrestleMania basically starts for him next week in his Elimination Chamber qualifier match, but he's saying that realistically it shouldn't have. It should have been cemented with what he's done with Goldberg, Cena, and AJ, which you can't really argue that, to be honest. Then we get Penta, LA Knight, and Austin Theory in the Elimination Chamber qualifier match, which, as you expect, Division end up getting involved. Fucking Bronson Reed hits LA Knight with a splash when the ref's not looking because of Logan Paul's interference. Adam Pearce gets Bronson Reed away from ringside. Next thing, Hooded Man attacks Austin Theory, gives him the stomp just like Braun Breaker. Logan chases the Hooded Man through the crowd. LA Knight ends up hitting Theory with the blunt force trauma and wins. And Paul Heyman closes the show saying that you set that up to Adam Cole. Adam Pearce. Adam Cole, I don't know why I mentioned him twice already in this, but yeah, Adam Cole was cold, but you know, he's been injured for a while and he's in AEW, innit? But yeah, man, that's the end of the show. To me, it was a really boring show, to be fair. Best part of it was a couple promos, and Yeah, yeah, not the best, not the best. Probably the highlight was the CM Punk and Finn Balor bit. The Becky Lynch stuff was a bit overacted, so kind of ruined the AJ Lee return for me. But yeah, it is what it is. Looking forward to those matches anyway, so we'll see what happens. I think we've got 2 weeks, or one episode of Raw before we get there, or 2 episodes of Raw before we get there, so we'll see what happens along the way, innit? But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.